welcome everybody to
Castlevania.
Run of Castlevania. Yeah,
The
that's
original,
it.
yes. NES, 1987 stuff.
We're not very good at this, are we?
This is why I said I should have done the intro.
You said I should do the
You
intro.
didn't say anything.
I was trying to be nice.
We know, you gave it to me and just said, oh, don't worry. It's just a beginning you have to worry about. And
I didn't think you'd forget the game.
Well,
The title is right there.
And above
I
the
have
video.
to scroll down and shrink so that I can only see the video.
Anyway. So yes, the original Castlevania, which is hard as fuck. It is very
Isn't like most games back from that era just extremely hard?
This game is the very definition of the term Nintendo hard.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it kind of has bad controls to go into the way of the difficulty. I mean, who could forget the knockback?
The knockback. Tell you what. Let's list everything that we could think of that makes this game hard.
The
One.
Reaper?
No, well, I mean control word first. So start with that. Once you jump, you are going in that direction. You cannot
Sucks.
do anything about it. I believe it was Ghosts and Goblins that really made that famous, though. Well, I heard...
Which was also made by Capcom.
This wasn't Capcom, this was Konami.
This wasn't.
Oh, derp, herpity, derp. Wow, biggest derp on my part. Anyways, continue.
Back is amazing. Well, amazing, not in the good way. You will...
Also,
It's like...
Why the hell did I thought this game was made by Capcom? Wait, no. For the longest time, I thought the Castlevania series was made by Capcom. What the hell was I thinking?
No, if it was made by Capcom, every single game would require you to buy the next level.
I'm
they
weren't that bad back then.
I'm joking. I mean the newer games anyway.
Oh yeah, I know. I was like, this is the 80s,
to
man.
be playing one of the, the Metroidvania ones, you reach a door, you can't open, you think, I've got to get a new ability. So you get all of the other abilities, it comes up, you have to pay $5 to open this door.
Stupid.
That's what Capcom would do.
Isn't it?
There should be a game where there's it's like Pit of 100 Trials style. You have to pay $5 to get to the next floor, and at the very end, all you get is a built-in achievement.
Oh my
Really?
god.
Or 10 gamer score.
10 plus 10 gamer score. Hold up, wait. No, we know. Hold up, wait. Same concept, but you have to pay a dollar for every single floor.
I just did the same thing, but 5 every floor.
No, that'd be stupid.
No! The original Castlevania is obviously not a Metroidvania because, as Metroid itself proved, the Metroid style does not work on the NES.
Didn't they start Metroidvania at Symphony of the Night?
It was Symphony of the Night in, I believe, 1990...
Was it? Oh wait, no.
96, I think. Yeah, 1996 for the PlayStation 1 Symphony of the Night.
You sure? Because what about the second game? Again,
The second game is not considered a...
That's not Metroid.
That's not...
Okay.
Really?
That's more Zelda 2 style.
I agree, yeah, more Zelda 2.
People...
Okay, because
more Zelda 2.
The only Castlevania game I played was like on a Game Boy emulator, and since I have a Mac, I could only play
Wasn't
up
that-
to like the third boss.
I think you did Area of Sorrow.
Yes, exactly. That game was fun, but no, it's just like since I have like a Mac emulator, one of the bosses, I believe, like the boss that constantly switches heads, the very first head just kind of rolled off screen, and I was stuck in that room, so I couldn't continue.
I'm gonna be the odd man out. I never played a Castlevania game.
I have only played
Never.
Classicvanias and Symphony of the Night. And I still prefer Classicvania after playing Symphony of the Night.
I still can't believe I thought this game was made by
Okay,
Capcom.
let's see. The original is pretty simple. As I said, it's Classicvania. Only 6 stages, even though the stage number says like 04 is about to go to 05. For some reason it counts...
I'm assuming that means screens.
That works not by screens, by every time you go through a door. Like,
alright.
Subsection. Every level is split into 3 subsections. And obviously every level is a boss, and basically, you control Simon Belmont, the original of the Belmonts, and probably my personal favourite because...
Until there was like 50 more.
Until people started doing it.
I at least know about the other Castlevania games, but I know shit about like the 360 ones and the DS ones and all this. Oh, that's a nice shortcut.
Nice.
I know shit about like the newer games. I don't even know if they're Belmonts anymore.
I
There's
know.
a couple that aren't Belmonts, but they're mostly related. They're all... Well, it depends what game it is, really.
Well, hold up, wait. I think it's just like depending on the game, the character you play as might not be Belmont. At times, it could be like a Dracula.
For example, in Symphony of the Night.
Wait, there's more Draculas?
Well,
there's only one Dracula. Now, let me speak and I'll explain this. In Symphony of the Night, in the very first stage, you play as Richter Belmont from Rondo of Blood or Dracula X. And after that, the first stage of that game is a complete recreation of the final boss of Rondo of Blood, however much easier. After that, you go into the main game of Symphony in the Night, where you don't play as Richter Belmont because he's missing as part of the story, and instead you play as Dracula's son, Alucard.
Wasn't he...
That's the only vampire...
First appeared in Castlevania 3, the NES.
Hmm.
Which is even harder in this game. But, yeah, this game's it's very simple in concept, but it's very, very difficult. We're at the second boss of 6, and we've barely explained anything.
You just kind of explained everything.
You have holy water. What else do you need?
Garlic, a piece of wood that is a stake, silver bullets if there's any werewolves here. Is there any werewolf here?
We don't need any of that because Simon Belmont uses the vampire killer whip, which is...
Yeah, hold up, wait, I know, but there's like so many different enemies in here. You think he would have everything for everything. Like...
that'd be too much to carry around.
Look at Link! That's all I have to say. Just look at Link.
He's Link.
Well, this is Simon Belmont.
Well,
you don't know how much that green
is allergic
carries.
to pain. It would explain why the moment he takes damage, he flies 50 feet backwards.
So, hold up, wait.
Anyway, I'll explain the sub-weapons now, I take it. There are 5 sub-weapons in the game, and they're fueled by... You guessed it! Actually, no, you didn't. Why would you guess hearts for the ammunition?
Because everything's dropping hearts, and since hearts don't heal your health, and...
Because love fuels all the weapons.
And
I thought...
Which love fuels anger, which fuels lust, which fuels greed, which is why all the roots of evil are everywhere.
Well, except
That's
sloth.
why it's a heart.
Well, hold up, wait. I don't think heart feels sloth, like laziness.
What if you love being lazy?
Why do you think the kid in Captain Planet was basically just there, and he had the power of hearts?
Because he had the ability to mind control people. I seen a few episodes, and I do recall him just mind controlling people.
Anyway...
Yeah, sure.
No, there was like a marathon on like Boomerang on like Earth Day. I loved it. Anyway, it's just like, I swear, that guy mind controlled animals and people.
Oh, animals, alright.
Wait, no, animals and people, like the bad guys. I think he also made like people just tell the truth as well.
People are the bad guys.
Well,
on Earth Day.
I have nothing to say to any of this.
But yeah, whatever. It's just like, Castlevania, you're whooping things. Watch out!
Oh wait, by the way, can you only carry one sub-weapon?
You can only carry one sub-weapon, and there are 5 of them. The dagger...
Wait,
if you were like a dagger at this point, you get it replaced.
Yes.
So why does everyone get so whip happy with the torches if you could just end up losing your holy water?
Because they contain hearts.
And hearts.
Oh, yeah.
Fail.
There's an example of the knockback.
Again. Hold up, wait. Again. If he carried everything, carried
The
everything.
game would be too easy.
But he wouldn't suffer from knockback, hopefully.
I think he would suffer from more knockback.
No, he would suffer from less because the
The items would knock back.
Well, the enemies would have to hit him harder. And hold up, wait. Also,
You're saying the enemies don't give in enough effort.
yes.
Because these Medusa heads even don't need to try, and they'll... Oh my god. What was it, level 5 when they're paired up with those Iron Knights?
Yeah. When they're paired up with Axe Knights, yes. Can I explain sub-weapons now, finally?
Didn't you already do that?
I tried to, but the moment I say anything...
We have to care about the planet, man.
Anyway,
Care for the planet.
there are 5 of them, and the basic one is the dagger, and it's completely shit. It's basically a ranged attack, and it does fuck all damage. It does even... I think it does less damage than the completely unupgraded whip.
Really?
Yes, I think. But don't quote me on that.
I think you want a dagger to quick lunge, not just throw it.
Yeah, it's a throwing...
Wait.
It's a throwing knife. It's a throwing knife.
So basically, that weapon is just like,
It's
the
you just don't...
pea shooter?
You don't want it. You just don't want it.
About the time you use the stopwatch.
The next weapon is, a bottle of goo.
Axe, which is...
The bottle of goo.
Which is basically...
You mean the holy water?
Yeah.
What about
the bottle of goo?
Oh my god.
It's holy water.
It's bottle of goo.
Can I...
It's blue.
It's a
How
bottle.
is that pee?
No, a bottle of glue.
Still, glue is white.
The second sub-weapon is the axe, which is basically thrown in an arc, kind of like hammers by Hammer Bros. In the original Mario Brothers.
And
Might
Okay.
be
another
more
Mario
useful,
game.
finally more useful because of it has some verticalness. Then the next one is the cross boomerang, as I called it. It's basically a cross and you throw it like a boomerang. It's pretty useful because it's a boomerang.
Again, like Link, I don't get why he can't carry everything, and you're just being juggled by these mummies.
Then there's the stopwatch, which is the second most useful sub-weapon. However, instead of 1 heart per use, it costs 5 and is unupgradable, but I'll talk about them later. This uses 5 hearts per use, and it freezes time and freezes every enemy and projectile on screen, besides their own. Although if you have the stopwatch, why would you have projectiles? Anyway, it's pretty useful, and it completely breaks the first 2 bosses.
What does it do exactly? Does it
It
like a
freezes-
flash stopper?
I just said
We
it
live
does.
in a fucked up world where stopwatches can just stop time.
What is this, Doctor Who?
What do wrist clocks do? What do the
Speed up
grandfather
time
clocks?
and slow down, obviously.
Hey.
I don't even anymore.
Hold up, wait. I gotta ask though. How
And
come
the last... let me explain the last sub-weapon, please, first.
No.
And the last
Okay.
sub-weapon is, as said earlier, the Holy Bomb. Oh wait, no, sorry. Fire Bomb, as the original manual said, for some reason.
Really?
Because they can't have religion
Yeah,
in the non-Nintendo game.
religion.
Can do. Anyway, it is the most overpowered sub-weapon in the entire game because it's thrown in an arc and it makes a small flame on the ground that if an enemy touches it, deals constant damage and stuns them. This can be used to completely
Oh god,
break
that
the
was a
5th
double down.
boss.
You nearly died there. Like, pathetically died.
Yeah, now that's all the sub-weapons explained. Thank you, I can now stop being OCD about that.
Hold up, wait.
I
How-
should have asked this
hold up.
earlier instead of 14 minutes in, but why is like all the pitch slowed down?
NES. No, wait, no. Europe.
Europe.
Europe games like ran at a 50 hertz signal instead of a 60 hertz signal, which meant they run like 12% slower. The game itself was not, but the music for some reason was affected. A lot of NES games was affected, and I know for a fact that Sonic 1 was.
Ah.
Yeah. Well, it could be if it was the other way around. I think it'd be worse if the game was slowed down a bit, but the music was just fine.
Yeah,
It makes some songs better, in my opinion.
Anyway,
Some.
next part.